Hello there, welcome to another edition of Talking Music with me, Chris Benson. Well, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and then you'll be notified of all the future Talking Music releases. And I tell you what, there's going to be a lot in the run up to Christmas. Big thanks to Cherry Red Records and also to Demon Music Group as well. We're going to have some fantastic reviews coming up in the run up to Christmas. We really are. We're going to feature bands such as Mud, Vinegar Joe, Level 42, a great Once Upon a Time in the Midlands compilation. We've got Belinda Carlisle. We've also got Donna Summer. And Kirsty McCall, loads, absolutely loads. So make sure you like and subscribe. And as soon as the videos are done, and as soon as I've got around to listening to all the music, because I do, not like a lot of reviews, I actually do get around to listening to the reviews and giving you my honest critique. So make sure you do follow. Anyway, time now for the Bonnie Tyler East West era, which has been released on Cherry Red Records. And it's an interesting period for Bonnie Tyler. And if you're looking for Holding Out for a Hero, if you're looking for Total Eclipse of the Heart, Lost in France, well, you're not going to find it here because it wasn't a very commercially successful period for Bonnie Tyler at all. But having said that, this is definitely worth getting. So Free Spirit, the first album, disc 1 in this box set, didn't even chart in the UK. The best that I managed to find that it did is the album reached number 22 in Norway, of all places. Don't ask me why in Norway, no idea, but number 22 in Norway. There was one single over here though off the Free Spirit album, Making Love Out of Nothing at All, which was released in January 1996 and only got to number 45 in the charts. So a bit of a disappointing era, as I say, which I mentioned earlier on. And out of the two albums in this box set, I do prefer All in One Voice, which was released 3 years later, back in 1998. I prefer that. I've listened to it from start to finish and it's brilliant, really is brilliant. It deserves a wider audience. It's got a Celtic feel to it. I don't know if that's because the Corrs were coming out and quite successful in that time. There's a definite Celtic feel to that All in One Voice album, but I really liked it. It's got some great covers as well, such as I Put a Spell on You, really good version of that. Call Me Angel in the Morning. Angel in the Morning, brilliant cover of that. That's also on that album. But again, All in One Voice failed to chart worldwide. Why? I have no idea. But this was All in One Voice was the last album for East West, and then she moved on eventually to another record company as well. So. But the best that I can tell you about the charts from All in One Voice is there was a single, He's the King, which was released in December 1997 and reached number 95 in Germany. Nowhere else, Germany. So that was the only kind of single hit from that album. As I say, it's going to be a lot of material that you probably haven't heard of before. But don't let that put you off. There's a lot of remixes as well, and some great extra material that Cherry Red have sourced. But for a lot of you, it will be new stuff. Bonnie Tyler's voice is one of those voices that she could be singing, nursery rhymes like "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" or anything like that, and she could make them sound good. I would say that the songs on the first album are weaker. There's some good stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'd say that the second album is stronger. You'll have to let me know if you agree on that one. But I'd also say as well, two kind of critiques of the first album. Sexual Desire, not quite sure if I like that song and if it ages well. Don't know, but that's just my opinion. The other one that I'm perhaps not that keen on is the kind of dance mix that she did of 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad, covering Meatloaf's infamous song from Bat Out of Hell. It's almost 9 minutes long, and I don't know. I can see it was mid-90s and going for a brand new feel to the song. I'm not quite sure it works. It's not the strongest song on the album for me on Free Spirit, but again, let me know. You might well like it out there. So the RRP is 18.99, which I think is definitely worth it. Just for the two albums alone, it's good value. But then you've got the third disc as well with the radio edits and the mixes for Making Love Out of Nothing at All, which featured a collaboration with Jim Steinman. Incidentally, I was just reading that one of the producers on the album was Jeff Lynne from ELO as well. But yeah, okay, the third disc might not appeal to everyone, but for the two albums independently to be part of the box set, it's definitely worth the investment of 18.99. And when you're considering the 18.99, bear in mind that for the all-in-one voice album, the original album that was released in 1998, if you look on Amazon, like I've just have as I'm at the time of recording this, you can pay £10, even a bit more, for the used second-hand version of that original album on CD. So to get it again in this box set, I think it's a no-brainer. Useless trivia about Bonnie Tyler. Well, she turned 70 this year on the 8th of June. Happy birthday, Bonnie Tyler. So it's a great time to look back at a back catalogue and just perhaps provide a whole new audience to something that didn't get one at the time. Quick rundown of the tracks off the main two albums you've got on Free Spirit: Nothing to Do with Love, You're the One, Making Love Out of Nothing at All, Given It All, What You Got, Bridge Over Troubled Water, interesting cover, Time Mends a Broken Heart, Driving Me Wild, Sexual Device, Make It Right Tonight, All Right to Know You, Forget Her. I like that song. Probably one of my favourites on the album. 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad, and then a very mix of Sexual Device as well. Then disc 2 has Heaven, Like an Ocean. Again, there's all good stuff on this album. I really liked it. From start to finish, it's a brilliant album, well put together. So Heaven, Like an Ocean, Soon Will Be Too Late, You Always Saw the Blue Skies, We Can Start Here. Great song, really is a great song. Angel of the Morning, The Reason Why, Return to Blue, You're Breaking My Heart Again, I Put a Spell on You, I'll Never Let You Down, The Rose, He's the King, and Silent Night. It was originally intended as a Christmas release, which is why there's a couple of wintry songs at the end. So that's the track listing for the two main albums. Expanding on 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad, I think vocally Bonnie Tyler's there. I think what the problem is for me is the mix. It just doesn't blend together quite right for me. But it's great to see Bonnie Tyler on her official Twitter account promoting the East West release. And on this tweet here, she says that Make It Right Tonight was her favourite song from Free Spirit. She's also done a mention of the second album, All in One Voice, in a recent tweet as well. And in the press release it said, we see Bonnie Tyler delving into Irish realms on her new album. Working with Irish musicians is a first for me, explains Bonnie at the time, who recorded All in One Voice in Dublin but also in Munich. This paved the way for other musical influences on the album. I'll Never Let You Down is possibly my favourite track on the album, says Bonnie. My friend Frankie Miller wrote it for his wife Annette, whose love and care helped him get over a very serious illness. So that's it. Bonnie Tyler, The East West Years is out now, courtesy of Cherry Red Records. Go and buy it on their website now. And why not take a look at the Talking Music playlist, where we've got reviews of Hot Chocolate on there, Sheena Easton, Debbie Gibson already, and the Now music discussions. That they're definitely worth a look. Anyway, that's it from me. Belinda Carlisle, classic Belinda Carlisle album coming up at the end of the week, and lots more, as I said earlier on, to come. Bye for now.